Hello dear students, I Ganesh Kumar Pari, Faculty of Math, welcome all of you to this session of plus 2 second year mathematics, and today we have to go on to read on the chapter relation and function, and already in our previous classes we completed all the theories related to this chapter. Today we have to go and read about its exercise, that is exercise 1C from the book Elements of Mathematics, and it is mainly on the topic binary operation. Okay my dear students, so today we will go for the problems and solve them related to binary operation. So let us begin with those exercise problems from our book. Okay, so the first question of the exercise is question number 1, and the question number 1 says, so that the operation star given by x star y equal to x plus y minus xy. It is x star y, x operation y, which is the operation is denoted as star, that is x star y equal to x plus y minus xy is a binary operation on Z, Q and R, but not on N. On Z, set of your integers, set of rationals and set of real numbers, but not on N. Okay my dear students, so this is the question. Now we have to go for the solution related to this question. Okay, now first of all I want to know from all of you that when an operation is said to be binary. Okay, yes, imagine what is the answer. Okay my dear students, a binary operation is an operation on a set if it satisfies the closure law. Okay, so that means the result should belong to the same set from where the elements are taken. Yes or no? So now we have to show that it is a binary operation on the set of Z, on set Q, on set R, but not on N, not on the set of natural numbers. Okay, so let us go for the solution. Okay my dear students, okay, so consider x and y. First of all we are taking on Z. Okay, now given x star y equal to x operation y is equal to x plus y minus xy. Clear? We know x y belongs to Z, that implies x plus y is also belonging to Z. Why? Because the addition satisfies the closure law. As addition satisfy closure law. Okay, also xy is belonging to Z. Why? As multiplication, also xy is also belonging as multiplication. Both addition and multiplication satisfy what? Satisfy the closure law. Okay my dear students, so now x plus y, the result is a number which is an integer belonging to Z as per the law of addition, as per the closure law of addition. Now xy is also belonging to Z as per the multiplication satisfy closure law. Means the output, the result is belonging to the same set or belonging is a integer at here. Okay. So this is an integer, this is an integer. So integer subtracted with from an integer. So what is the result? Is also belonging to this result is any integer is belonging to z. Why? Because now this integer subtracted with integer is satisfying the difference. The subtraction is also satisfying the closure law. As I am writing for it, as subtraction satisfy what? Closure law. Okay. So I can say it is an integer, it is an integer, so integer is belonging to z. So x star y is a integer value belonging to z. Clear, my dear students? Therefore, star is a binary operation. Star is a binary operation on z. And similarly, we can take x and y. Similarly, I am not doing it. You can write similarly x and y belonging to q, and x star y is equal to x plus y minus xy is belonging to q. The same law is applied at here. Okay. So also xy is belonging to r and x star y equal to x plus y minus xy is also belonging to r. Therefore we can say star is a binary operation on q and also on r. Okay, we can proceed like this. But now we will move to why it is not a binary operation on n. That is very important. Okay. The main thing is why binary now. So I am going to show it why it is not a binary operation on the set of natural numbers. Okay. So now what I do, I will for this I am cleaning the board and I will show it again for you. Okay. So this is up to the binary operation on z, q and r. Okay. Now why it is not a binary operation on set of natural numbers. So what we will do, I am just cleaning it. So you see, dear students, please make a note of those things. Those are very important. Okay. Now you see why it is not a binary operation, that I am going to show you. You see, suppose x and y is belonging to n, set of natural numbers. Now x star y is given as what? X plus y minus xy. Okay. So this is addition satisfies the closure law, multiplication satisfies the closure law. As addition and multiplication satisfy closure law, that implies x plus y is belonging to n, xy is also belonging to n. Clear, my dear students? But we can say the difference of them, but difference or subtraction, but subtraction does not satisfy closure law. Therefore, this result, this is a natural number, this is a natural number, but difference of two natural numbers may not be belonging to the set of natural numbers. So does not belongs to n. Clear? Therefore, example for it I am taking, suppose x equal to 3 and y equal to, suppose I am taking 5. Okay, my dear students. Now what happens? 3 star 5, it is written in this form, 3 plus 5 minus 3 multiplied by 5. Okay. So you know it is 8 and it is 15. You see minus 7 is not a natural number. So minus 7 does not belongs to n. Therefore, we can say star is not a binary operation on n. Okay. So it is a binary operation on Z, on Q, on R, but not on n. Clear, my dear students? So with this we are able to solve the question 1, and we know that when an operation is said to be binary if it satisfies the closure law on the set. Okay. So with this we completed the question 1. Now we will move to the next question. Okay. So I am cleaning it. Now we will move to the question number 2. Okay, what is the question number 2? The question number 2 says determine whether the following operations whether the following operations defined by star are binary operations. So some operations are there and we have to check out whether they are binary operations or not. Okay, that is the question that we are going to solve. So some operations are there and we have to check out whether those operations are binary or not, binary operation or not. Okay, on the sets specified in each case, so some specific sets are there in each case. So in each condition we have to check out. Okay, give reason if it is not a binary operation. So if it is not a binary operation, we have to show the condition, or we have to show the reason why it is not a binary operation. That also we have to show. Okay, my dear students, this is the question number 2. Along with question 2, it has a sub part in question number 3. Now we will simultaneously move to question number 2 and question number 3. Okay, because what the question 3 says, now I am going to specify. If it is a binary operation, the question number 3 says, now question number 3, I am writing question number 3 here. So we will simultaneously check out both the question number 2 and question number 3. Okay, what the question number 3 says, my dear students, listen carefully. What question number 3 says? Now question number 2 says check it is a binary operation or not. That we have to check in question number 2. The question number 3 says, what the question number 3 says? The question number 3 says if the questions or the binary operations are binary operation, if star is a binary operation, if star is a binary operation in question number 2, then show or then verify it is, then test it is commutative, it is associative, then test whether bit 1 it is associative or not, bit 2 it is commutative or not. That means we have to check out if it is a binary operation. In question 2, we have to check out it is a binary operation or not. If it is a binary operation, then we will move to question 3 and we have to check out it satisfies the associative law or not, it satisfies the commutative law or not. That we have to check. Also, what we have to test? Test for the identity element and inverse of element exist or not. That also we have to check out. Okay, so this is about question number 3. So we go for as question 2 and question 3 are related with each other. Again I am telling you what the question 2 says. Question 2 is concerned, some operations are given. Now I am going to write them. So we have to check out whether they are binary operation or not. Okay, my dear students. And what the question number 3 says, if it is a binary operation, further we move and we will show whether it is associative or not, it is commutative or not, identity element exists or not, and it is inverse of each and every element exists or not. That we have to check further. Okay. So with this, we move to solve some of the operations from our exercise. Okay. So now let us begin with the first bit. The first bit says A star B equal to 2A plus 3B on Z. So it is the first question. A star B equal to 2A plus 3B on Z. Now we have to show it is a binary operation or not. What? Now we will go for, first we will go for this one. Okay. So this is for question 2. And you can do question 2 and question 3 simultaneously. It will clarify all your doubts and you will able to solve it in a correct way. Okay, my dear students. So as question 2 and question 3 are related, we combined it and we will solve it combinedly. Clear? So we see it is a binary operation or not, that we have to first verify. So what is given on Z means the elements are belonging to set of integers, that is Z. So what we will do? Let A and B is belonging to Z. Okay. Now A star B is what? A star B, A operation B is mentioned as 2A plus 3B. Okay. So you see a integer multiplied with a integer and a integer multiplied with a integer. Okay. And two integers are summed with each other. As multiplication and addition satisfy closure law on set Z. What we see in our previous question number 1. So we can say as or it is belonging to what? Set of integers 2A plus 3B. The result is belonging to set of integers is belonging to Z. Why? Since multiplication and addition on set of integers satisfy what? Satisfy closure law. So closure law means what? The result is the final result is belonging to the same set. Okay. If you multiply two integers, the result is again a integer. That is the closure law. Okay. And if you add two integers, the result is a integer. So addition, multiplication, subtraction, all are satisfying what? Closure law in set of integers. So this is the result is belonging to Z. It is now clear about the operation. Yes, this A star B is a binary operation as both elements are belonging to the set and their result after operation is also belonging to the same set. Therefore, we can say star is a what? Star is a binary operation. Clear? So this is about the binary operation. Now we will check out whether it is commutative or not, whether it is associative or not. That we have to check out one by one. Okay. So first of all, I am going to check the commutative law. Okay. Checking for verification. Now we will move to question number 3. If it is a binary operation, then we have to do that thing. If it is not a binary operation, then how it is commutative or if it is not a binary operation, we don't need to move to question 3. So we move to question number 3, or we will go and check out the laws if it is a binary operation. Okay. So now we have to check out the commutative law. Given A star B is what? It is given as 2A plus 3B. Okay. Now what happened about B star A? So it is 2B plus 3A. Clear? Yes or no? So is both are equal. Therefore, A star B is not equal to B star A. Both results are not same. That implies it is clearly verified. If equalized, then they should have same value, but you see here the values are different to each other. 2A is there, here 3A is there. On that 3B is there, here 2B is there. Okay, so it is not a equal with value. So we can say A star B is not equal to B star A. That implies star is not commutative. Now that is checked. Yes, it is not a commutative binary operation. It is not commutative in nature. That we can say. Okay. And now we will move to check out the associative. We will go for the associative law. Okay, my dear students. What I hope you realize that how to, it is an approach to go through the procedure to check out a thing, to check out it is a operation or not, it is commutative or not, it is associative or not. That now I am going to show you how we will check. So next I am going to check it is associative or not. Okay. So for associative law, we have to verify the associative law. Now what happened? A star, B star, C, that we have to find out. We know if it is associative, then this result equal to A star B in bracket star C. So it is equal to what? A star, B star C means what we can write? We can write it is 2B plus 3C. Now what it gives? A operated or A star with this result. So it is 2 times of A plus 3 times of the second value, that is 2B plus 3C. So what we get finally? We get 2A plus 6B plus 9C. Yes or no? We get 2A plus 6B plus 9C. Okay. Now we go for the again A star B star C. What it means? What is A star B? It is 2A plus 3B again star C. So what happened? It is 2 times of this value, first result, first element 2A plus 3B plus 3 times of second result, second element 3C. Okay, SC is there as the second element. So what we get? It is 4A plus 6B plus 3C. Okay, and what is ABC? Where A, B, C are belonging to Z. So we can say consider A, B, C are belonging to set of integers. Okay, they are the set integers. They are the integer values. So is they are equal? You can check. Yes, they are not equal with each other. So what is the conclusion? It is also not associative in nature. So we can say therefore star is not associative. So in this way, now we check the commutative law and we also check the associative law. is satisfied by the binary operation or not. Okay. Now we will move to test for the identity element exist in a binary operation or not, and inverse of elements exist in a binary operation or not. That is going to be tested now. Okay. So with this, now I am cleaning this portion. Okay. So this is an approach, this is a way to check a operation, to verify operation is binary or not, and if it is a binary operation, then it satisfies the commutative law or not, it satisfies the associative law or not. Okay, that we are going to check. Clear? In this way. Now we are going to verify, or we are going to test for the identity and for the inverse. Okay. Okay, my dear students. So now we move for the identity and inverse. So let us begin with the identity. Test for identity. Okay. So you know what is an identity? Identity is a element which does not by which the value of the original element does not alter, though it after operated with that element. That is called as identity. So suppose, so here what is given here, a star b is given as 2a plus 3b. Okay, that is given. So now we have to check out the identity as existing in this case or not. Okay, consider E is the identity element, and from here we have to find out the value of E also. Okay, consider E is the identity element. Now what happened? Now as we know the property of identity, A star E should be equal to A. Okay, that is the role of identity. What the identity element do? Though it operates with A, but the value of A remains as it is. The output remains as it is. It is the original value with which it is operated. Okay. If the value of the original element A does not change by operating with some element, then that element is called as identity element. Okay. So here A star E equal to should be A if it is a, if we claim it is the identity element. But as per the rule of the operation, A star E should be what? It is 2A plus 3E. It should be 2A plus 3. So what we get? 2A plus 3E is equal to A. Yes or no? Let us verify again. What we do? We take A star E, and A star E is equal to what? A star E is equal to A. So that implies 2A plus 3E should be equal to A. Okay. So check out, my dear students. Okay. So that implies what we get? 3E equal to A minus 2A, which is minus A. Or we can say E equal to minus A divided by 3. Okay. So you see, now we get a identity which is equal to minus A by 3. But for your information, is that E, that identity should belong to the same set, should belong to the set of integers, because it is defined on HZ. So but you see, minus A on 3 or that value is depending on value of A, and this quantity may or may not belongs to Z. may or may not belongs to Z. Okay. If it is a multiple of 3, then the result is belonging to Z. But if it is not a multiple of 3, then the result does not belongs to Z. So it depends on A. Okay. So we can say, therefore, identity does not exist. Okay. Identity does not exist in this case. Okay. So if identity does not exist, we know inverse does not exist, because the role of inverse is about such an element with which it is operated and the result equal to the identity. But here identity does not exist. So we can say inverse of elements does not exist. So this is the way for solving or to test a operation is binary or not, and if it is a binary operation, then it is commutative or not, it is associative or not, it satisfies the identity element, or what is the identity element, that we have to verify, and inverse of elements is existing or not. Okay. So in this way we will go and check out the elements is satisfying the various laws or not. Okay. And we will go for another question, another bit, and we see the way of approaching to solve this type of questions. Okay. So let us move for another question. And we will solve question 2 and question number 3 simultaneously for a vast knowledge about all the type of properties of binary operation. Okay, my dear students. So now we will move to another question. Okay. So another question says, so it is given as, suppose I am going to solve the bit 3. It is given as A star B equal to A plus B modulo 7. Okay. On 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the set is mentioned on the set 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Dear students, you can see this set is containing finite number of elements. Okay. So we can go for the solution, or we can check out all the properties as I suggest you. If the set is finite, if the set is containing a few number of elements, then we can able to check all the properties by computing the operation table or the binary table. So here we will go and solve it by computing the binary table. Okay. So I am going to write the solution. So first of all we will write what is given. Given set is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also given A star B is what? A plus B modulo 7. Okay. So therefore the composition table, or the you can say therefore the binary operation table, or you can say operation table or binary operation table, or simply is as follows. So we can do the operation table now. So for it what we do? We are taking the elements. It is the star is there. Okay. So 0 is there, 1 is there, 2 is there, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, up to 6. Okay. So now we are cleaning this one. And it is also 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes or no, 5, and let it is 6. Clear, my dear students? So this is about the table. Okay. Okay, for your clarity, I am showing it at here. Okay. I am showing this table at here for your clarity. So cleaning this portion now. Again, so this is the operation table is shown at here. Now we will show it at here for your clarity. You see, so what is given? So it is as shown. So we will change it as shown. So what we do? We have to compute. So this is the operation table star. This is 0. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. Now 4 is there. 5 is there and 6 is there. Okay. And it is again 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and again 6. So we have to fill these things. You can do like this also. Okay, so this is a operation table where we have to compute. So what is given? A star b equal to a plus b modulo 7. So, and all the properties can be verified from here. Okay, and we can check it also. So you see what happened? It is given a plus b modulo 7. So it is now we will take 0 star 0. What happened? It is summed up 0 plus 0 is what? 0. And modulo 7 means what? When the addition is divided by 7, what is the remainder? Okay. So 0 divided by 7, the remainder is 0. And it is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. So 1 divided by 7, so the remainder is 1. Similarly, it is 2, it is 3, it is 4, it is 5, and it is 6. For 1, what happens? It is 1, it is 2, it is 3, it is 4, it is 5, it is 6. And 1 plus 6, what? 7. So when 7 is divided with 7, so you see the remainder is 0. 2 star 0 is what? 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 modulo 7 is 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 modulo 7 is 3. So it is the remainder obtained when the number, the summation result is going to divide by the particular value. Okay. So it is 2 plus 2 star 2 is 2 plus 2, 4 modulo 7. What is the result? It is 4. And similarly it is 5. It is our 6, it is 7, so it is 0. And 2 plus 6, 8, so remainder is 1. So 3 star 0 is what? It is 3. And it is 4, it is 5, it is 6. 3 star 4 is 7, modulo 7 is 0. The remainder 3 plus 3 star 5, it is 8. So you can say the remainder is 1. And 3 star 6, 9. So it is, when divided, the remainder is 2. 4 star 0, it is 4, it is 5, it is 6, it is 0. Then this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. For 5, it is 5, it is 6, it is 0, then it is 1, then 2, then 3, and it is 11. So the remainder is 4. Okay. For 6, what happened? You can tell me. 6 star 0, it is 6. 6 star 1, so 6 plus 1 is what? 7. 7 modulo 7. So what is the remainder? The remainder 7 when divisible by 7, the remainder is 0. And 6 star 2, what happened? It is 8. So when 8 modulo 7, the remainder is equal to 1. Okay. And it is 6 star 3 is 9. So 6 plus 3, 9 modulo 7, the remainder is 2. Okay. And 6 star 4, it is 10, the remainder is 3. 6 star 5, it is 11 modulo 7, the remainder is 4. And 6 star 6, it is 12. So remainder is 5. Okay. So in this way, we are able to compute the binary table. This is called as our binary table or operation table. Okay, we can say. So binary table is the table where we have to we are able to show all the possible results of a binary operation. Okay. So dear students, look carefully, and now we will go for our question 2 and question 3. What the question 2 says? whether it is a binary operation or not. We know when it is a binary operation, if after computing, after the process, the resultants belongs to the same set. So you see, when I compute all the results, you see all the outcomes, all the products, all the final values are belonging to the same set or not. You see in the computation table, I take the elements, okay, and I compute them. You see all the results are belonging to the set or not. Yes, it belongs to the given set. Okay. So what I can say, so it is question number 2. The question number 2, as per the question number 2, and it is the bit number 3. So we can say it is a binary operation. So from the binary table, we can say it is very clear that this star, which is denoted as a plus b modulo 7, is a binary operation. Okay, that is clear right here. Okay, and now we will go for the, so if it is a binary operation, now we have to check out some other things, that is as per the question 3. Okay, so check it and we will proceed for those questions. Okay, so please check it. Okay, so we will go and check out those things. It is a binary operation or not, that we verify that it is a binary operation. Okay, so you see it is commutative or not, that we have to show. So for which I am going to show it one by one. Okay, so I am cleaning now. So now the question number 3 starts and we have to check out all the properties. Okay, so as per question number 3, so what we have to check out, it is commutative. Okay, now what is A star B? It is defined A plus B modulo 7, and what it means? Remainder obtained when A plus B is divided by 7. That it means. Okay, and what B star A? It is B plus A modulo 7, and we can say remainder obtained when B plus A is divided by 7. Okay, so here A plus B is equal to B plus A. Okay, that we know in case of our numbers 0 to 6. So we can say that these two are having same result. That can be verified at here also. If we take 1 star 2, what is the result? The result is 3. And if you take 2 star 1, you see the same result, 3 is there. Yes or no, my dear students? If you take 3 star 4, you are getting 0. And if you take 4 star 3, you are also getting 0. Okay? So we can say it is a commutative in nature. Therefore, the finally we can say star is, in this case, it is commutative. Okay? So in this way, we can check out that it is a commutative law or not. Okay? Now we will go for the some other properties also. Now we will show associative law. So what is the associative law? Now A star B star C. Okay, that is the associative law that we have to check out now. Okay, now we check out that it is commutative in nature. Okay, now we will go for the associative law. So what it gives? It gives A star B plus C modulo 7. Okay, it is this result. Yes or no? And what this one gives? And what this one gives? Now, if it is going to be operated, A star B plus C is going to be operated, we can see it is A plus B plus C modulo 7. Okay? Yes or no? So, remainder obtained. Remainder obtained when? What happened? When A plus B plus C is going to be divided by 7. When A plus B plus C is divided with 7. Okay? Now if we go for B star, A star B star C, also what this result shows? It is A star B means what? A plus B modulo 7. And for your information, it is a result from here. Okay? It is some value which is lies between 0 to 6. Operated with C. So it is nothing, it is same A plus B plus C modulo 7. So the same thing you can see, remainder obtained when A plus B plus C is divided by 7. So we can say, what we can say, it is commutative. Okay, my dear students, so we can say, therefore, we can say star is also associative. Okay, star is also associative. Now we are going to show the existence of identity in this case. Okay, that can be verified from the table also. So I am cleaning this one. And I am going to show the existence of identity and existence of inverse in this case. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of identity? Identity, as I told you, identity is what? Identity is such an element E which is operated with some element from 0 to 6, and we will get the same value. Okay, that is the meaning of identity. So what we do? So test for identity, that I am going to write. Okay, clear? So we can say, consider E is the identity element. Consider E is the identity element. Now, E star A, what it means? It is equal to A. That implies, and what is E star A? As it is defined, E plus A modulo 7. E plus A modulo 7, that I can say equal to A. That implies, when this sum E plus A modulo 7, that means remainder obtained when E plus A is divided by 7 should be equal to A. So now you think, what should be the element from 0 to 6 from this set that is added with A and divided by 7, the result is equal to A. Yes, you can see, yes, it is the 0. That implies E equal to 0. That can be checked right here. Okay, you see 0 is the element it is operated with every element. 0 operated with 0, the result is 0. 0 operated with 1, it is 1. 0 operated with 2, it is 2. So you can see it is symmetrically in horizontal way and in vertical way also. That can be verified from the computation table or the binary table. You see, it is horizontally the same result, vertically the same result. If such an element is existing, then that element is called as the identity element. Okay. So E equal to 0. So I can say is belonging to the set. It is belonging to here. Therefore, identity element exists. Okay. Identity element exists. Now we will go for existence of inverse. Okay. We will go for existence of inverse. So that we will go for existence of inverse for each and every element. Existence of inverse. Test for existence of inverse of elements. Okay. Let B is the inverse. B is the inverse of A. Okay. That is A star B equal to E, which is equal to 0. If it is the inverse, then when it is operated with A, it gives the identity, and here identity is equal to 0. Okay. Now what it means? It means A plus B modulo 7 is equal to 0. Clear, my dear students? That is the meaning of this one. So you think, what is the therefore? Therefore, inverse of 0. Yes, my dear students, what is inverse of 0? You can tell me. It is 0 itself. Okay. And so inverse of 0 equal to 0. Inverse of 1. What is inverse of 1? You see, what should be, with which element 1 is going to be operated, and the result is equal to 0. 1 should be operated with 6. So I can say inverse of 1 is 6. Inverse of 2. Inverse of 2 is 5. Okay. And inverse of 3. Inverse of 3 is what? 4. And inverse of 4, you can verify it from the table also, because it is such an element with which we sum up with that element A, and the result is equal to 0. Okay. From this table. Inverse of 5. Yes, inverse of 5 is 2. You can see 5 is operated with 2 and it is equal to 0. And inverse of 6. Inverse of 6 is equal to 1. Okay. So in this way, we solved the properties related to the binary operation that we have examined at here, and we see that it is a binary operation or not, and if it is a binary operation, it is satisfying all the conditions or not. Okay. So now we'll move to some other questions. Okay. So look carefully. Next we will go for some other questions, my dear student. It is question number, suppose we will go for question number 6. So I am cleaning this one. Now what is question number 6, bit 6? The question number bit 6 is given as LCM of AB on n. Okay, LCM of AB, and it is defined on set of natural numbers. Clear? Now we have to show it is a binary operation or not. If it is a binary operation, then all the properties are going to be verified as per the question number 3. So simultaneously we are going to solve question 2 and question 3. So I am writing the solution here. So you can see A and B are belonging to where? Here A and B belongs to n. Also given A star B equal to LCM of A and B. Now if you take LCM value of two natural numbers, whatever may be, the result is belonging to belonging to n also. LCM of two quantities of two natural numbers is always belonging to n, that we can know. So we can say whatever may be the natural number, their LCM is belonging to n. Therefore we can say star is a binary operation on n. Okay, check it. Now we will go to show all the properties are satisfied by the binary operation or not. So if it is a binary operation, now we are going to check out it is commutative or not. It is commutative or not, that we are going to verify. Now A star B is what? LCM of A and B, which is equal to, if I change LCM as B and A in both cases, the LCM of 3 and 5, the LCM of 10 and 20 is equal to the LCM of 20 and 10. Okay, so no difference is at that. So it is equal to B star A. So what is the conclusion? Therefore star is commutative. Okay. Now we are going to show for the associative law. We are going to test for associative. Okay, for it what we do? We are going to show that A star B star C. Now A star B star C, what it means? It means LCM of AB operated with C. So what is it? It means LCM of A, B, C. LCM of these three quantity. Okay, my dear students. So you know LCM of A, B, C. Now what is A operated or A star on B star C? Also it is A star and B star is LCM of B and C, which is equal to LCM of A, B, C. So you can see in both the cases the same result is there. Okay. Therefore the conclusion is A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. Okay. So we can say therefore star is what? Associative. Okay, my dear students, you see it. Okay. Now we are going to check out the existence of identity. Okay. So as it is commutative and it is associative, now we are moving to check the identity. Now existence of test for existence of identity. Consider is belonging to n is the what? I'm going to clean this one now. Okay. Consider is belonging to n is the what is the identity element. If it is the identity element, then what happened? You know, therefore A operated on A star E equal to E star A should be equal to A. That is, A star E is what? LCM of A and E. Now think, what should be the number with which you take the LCM and you will get the same value. Suppose a number 10 is there, with which it is going to be operate, that the LCM of 10 and that number is equal to 10. Yes, therefore E equal to 1. 1 is only the number, and if you take LCM of 1 and with other number, you will get the same quantity. Okay, so E equal to 1. So I can say that here identity exists. Therefore identity equal to E equal to 1 exists. Okay, now we will go for inverse. Test for inverse element. Inverse of each element. Okay, let B is the inverse of A. That is, A star B equal to E should be equal to 1. Okay. Now think which two, that is LCM of AB equal 1. So which number is there who's operate with itself and it is equal to 1? Yes, therefore 1 is the number which has only its inverse as 1. So B, if A equal to 1, then only B equal to 1. In this case only you will find the inverse. In no other cases. Therefore inverse of other elements does not exist. Okay. So my dear students, this is the way to check out all the properties related to a binary operation. That is, that it is a binary operation or not, and if it is a binary operation, it is commutative or not, it is associative or not, it satisfies the identity law, is existing or not, and there is a inverse or not. Okay, so this is what I am going to show you in question number 2 and question number 3 with some of the bits. Okay, now we will move to some other question, and that is question number 4. Okay, and question number 4 is, now I am going to show you what is question number 4. The question number 4 says, I am going to clean the board. Construct the computation table or the multiplication table so we have to construct the multiplication table for binary operation star defined on 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 by A star B equal to AB modulo 5. Okay, find the identity element if any. Find the identity element if any. It is we have to find out the identity element. And again, what is given? Also find the inverse of 2 and 4. That is given. Okay. So now we are going to write the solution. So you see what is given. One set is given. Consider or let A equal to that set 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And given binary operation, given star S, A star B equal to AB modulo 5. Okay, that is given. Now composition table, here I am going to construct the composition table. Now the operation table. The operation table is as follows. That I am going to write it here. So this is the binary operation star. It has element 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And this is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. That I am going to construct now. Now you see 0 operation with 0. So what is the result? As it suggests you that A star B is AB modulo 5, means when you multiply these two and divided by 5, the remainder. So we can say remainder obtained when AB is divided by 5. Okay. So that is the thing. So you see 0 operation with 0. It is 0. 0 is when you divide with 5, what you get? You will get as 0. Now 0 operation with 1. So it is 0. So 0 modulo 5. What you get? You will get 0. Now 0 modulo 2. So it is 0. So the remainder is 0. In this case 0 modulo 0 star 3. What you get? 0 multiplied with 3, 0, and 0 modulo 5 is 0. And 0 star 4, it is 0, 0 into 4, 0. So when you divide it with 5, you will get the remainder as 0. Okay. Now we are going to compute 1 star 0. 1 star 0 means what? When 1 star 0 means 1 into 0, 0, 0 modulo 5. So it is, what you get? The remainder is 0. And in this case 1 star 1, we will get the remainder as 1. And 1 star 2, you will get the remainder as 2. 1 star 3, and in this case you will get the remainder as 3. 1 star 4, you will get the remainder as 4. Now we will go for 2 star 0. 2 star 0 is what? When 2 and 0 has multiplied. So 2 into 0, 0. 0 modulo 5 is 0. And you will get 2 star 1, it is 2. So when you divide 2 modulo 5, what do you get? 2 modulo 5? The remainder is 2. And 2 star 2, it is 4. So 4 modulo 5, you will get 4. 2 star 3, it is 6. 6 modulo 5, what you get? The remainder is 1. 2 star 4 means it is 8. It is 8 modulo 5, so you will get the remainder as 3. Now 3 star 0, what you get? It is 0, so the remainder is 0. 3 star 1, what you get? You get 3 modulo 5, the remainder is 3. 3 star 2, it is 6, 6 modulo 5, the remainder is 1. 3 star 3, it is 9 modulo 5, the remainder is 4. 3 star 4, it is 12, 12 modulo 5. So what is the remainder? The remainder is 2. Now 4 star 0, 4 star 0 is what? It is 0, so the remainder is 0. And you see 4 star 1, it is 4 modulo 5, so the remainder is 4. 4 star 2, so 4 star 2 means what? 4 into 2, 8. 8 modulo 5. So when you divide 8 with 5, you get the remainder as 3. And 4 star 3, it is 12. 12 modulo 5, the remainder is 2. And 4 star 4, when you divide 4 star 4, what do you get? 4 into 4, 16. 16 modulo 5, the remainder is 1. Okay. So in this case you see what you obtained by the composition table or the binary table, you get all the results are belonging to the given set. Okay. Therefore we can say, therefore from binary table we we clear that star is a binary operation. Okay. So now we are clear about the binary operation, and we have to find the identity element. How to find the identity element? Which is symmetrical in a horizontal way and in a vertical way. So which one is the identity element? Yes, 0 is behaving like the identity element. Because if you operate with all other elements with 0, you will get the same answer. So we will get the 0 as the identity element. So we can say, now I am going to clean the board. Therefore, identity element equal to 0 at here. And we are going to find the inverse of 2 and 4. What is inverse of 2? Okay. You see, inverse of 2 means we have to find a element with it is operated and the result is equal to the identity element. Okay. So inverse of 2. So now what is inverse of 2? You see, with which it is operated and the result is equal to the value. Okay. So you see what happened if I go for the, okay, so I am going to clean it now. I am going to show you what is the identity element. So existence of identity. Okay, my dear students, let some, we are going to again read it. Let E is the identity. And what is A star E? A star E equal to A modulo 5. It should be A. But it is A modulo 5. Should be equal to A. So what should be the value that with which it is operated that the result is same? Okay. It is going to be corrected. And the identity element is, here it is 1. Okay. Some correction is there. Okay. Therefore, identity element is equal to 1. Okay, 1 is the identity element. From here it is clear that identity element E is equal to 1. Okay, 1 should be operated. Here you can see identity element is such an element. Here 0 is not the identity element. Okay, that is the wrong thing. Okay, 1 is the identity element. Because 1 is operated with 8 and you will get the same results. Okay, horizontally and vertically. Okay, not with 0. So 1 is the identity element. Now we have to find the inverse. Therefore, inverse of 2 is 2, with which 2 is operated, that the result is equal to 1. Inverse of 2 is 3. And inverse of 4, it is what? Inverse of 4 is itself. Yes or no? So we can say inverse of 2 is 3 and inverse of 4 is 4. Okay, because you see 2 is operated with 3 and the result is 1, and 4 is operated with itself and the result is 1. Okay, so in this way we learn about to compute the binary tables. Okay, so my dear students, today we learned about the concepts of binary operation with some of our exercise problems. So thank you for watching this video. Okay, and goodbye to all. Thank you.